Real estate today is really one of the best investments that people can make. I'm Betsy Birdsong with the Birdsong Realty Group. I'm the broker, I'm the owner, I'm the real estate agent. I do all of the listings and I work with investors. Even clients who come to me that are not investors, I always talk about the value of real estate and owning real estate and making decisions based on the value. I realize if you're buying a house for the first time, there is a lot of emotions attached to it, but I sure don't want you to buy something that is not a good value for you. When I first started in investing, the very beginning, I was a landlord. I ended up with 26 single-family houses and 4 fourplexes. I quickly realized I wasn't educated enough in how to manage all of that. What I call an investor-friendly real estate agent is one that really understands the end game. A lot of times, real estate agents, they just want to sell houses and they don't really look at it as to actually how much it's going to cost, the types of renovations that are necessary. Because I came from the investor world, I understand how important it is to have an accurate value of what it's going to be worth when you're finished with the project. Having all of those, I found a property and it was a 160-year-old house. It had been turned into a boarding house. And I wanted to turn it back into a single-family home. And so that was that was the largest renovation project I did. There's a lot of different ways that you can invest in real estate. You can do it from buying and holding property and having long-term cash flow. It's about the long haul if you go that direction. The last project I did was a house in Metairie, transformed the house and did really well. So when you're wanting to fix and flip, it's always great to stage a property. So this is something that when people walk through the front door, they're going to see. It's going to look a little different. What this was is my mother's hope chest that was wood grain, and years ago she had a friend paint it and kind of make it novel. When we started the renovation, we decided what we wanted to do and figured that we wanted to appeal to the largest number of buyers when the decision would be ever made to be able to sell it. A mistake that we believe the prior owner made is when they purchased the property, they started spending money on the outside. They totally redid the driveway and the sidewalks in the front. They put in a new deck in the back, which all was wonderful. It was things that we didn't have to do. When they got ready to sell it, they hadn't done anything inside the house, and it just wasn't appealing to anybody. So as an investor, that's one of the things that you have to consider. Curb appeal is important when people first drive up, but you need to spend the money on the things that are important to the average buyer, and that is going to be bathrooms and kitchens. So we started with the dining room, which was the front room of the house. These are actually wood plank ceramic tiles. We felt that we needed a dining room space, and also the baby grand piano needed a home. I have a tendency to like reds, so what we ended up doing is we kind of picked an orangey red to give the house a little bit of life. This is a house that was probably built in the early 70s. Back then they built dining rooms and formal living rooms. The dining room and the baby grand piano ended up going in the space. But it also would give another buyer an option. They could, if they wanted to use it as a living room, it could be a living room, but we chose the dining room. We literally gutted the room and started over from scratch. New cabinets, new countertops, sinks, light fixtures at the top, mirrors. So the colors in here were blue and grays. We had a blue tub, so we took the tub out, put a new tub in. The gray subway tiles are what's popular today in bathrooms. This is a master bath, and it just had a regular swinging outdoor. And it just took away from the room. Barn doors are kind of the latest rage. People just love them, and we wanted to do something fun. So we changed the countertops. Then the shower was terrible. Did a little cool feature with the floor flooring in the shower. It's pebbles, gives you a little bit of an uneven feel. David and I downsized, so we're old school and we literally physically read a newspaper. So we made it deep enough that we could do that. There was a wall here and we thought people like openness. We took all the paneling out and had drywall done. We designed this, put in a big piece of granite, spent money on light fixtures, and this kitchen was completely gutted. New countertops, new cabinets, new fixtures, all of that. So you have a brand spanking new kitchen. We put in a big vent hood. We put the gooseneck faucet in. People really like those. And the other thing we did is we put in a deep sink. It was a glass door behind here. The kitchen had no pantry. And pantry is really important for people. So we decided we could live without the glass door. Installed cabinetry, and it really gave us what we needed. You want to renovate a home to have the biggest buyer pool. This room right here, we opted to turn into an office because we didn't want to use a bedroom for the office. But the previous owner used it as a playroom. The biggest thing that we did in here was we changed all the flooring again to the wood plank floors, and then we added what we think is a really cool light fixture. Kind of draws everybody's attention. So this had been a tiny coat closet. So when we took out the wet bar, rebuilt the wall, it allowed us to actually build a closet. It's got a lot of room in it. The property that was renovated was purchased for a price of $295,875. There was $80,000 worth of renovation done. So you had a total of $375,875 into the property. When it was appraised, it appraised for $404,000. So you had an instant equity of $29,000 because of the quality of the renovation. Now that house is located approximately 16 minutes from the French Quarter. One of the wonderful things about New Orleans is, unless we have a traffic accident, it doesn't take very long to get anywhere, which makes it really appealing for people. At the Birdsong Realty Group, we believe it's very important to understand how real estate investing can be a key to your wealth building. Give us a call so that we can help you learn more about that.